to help you guys out, we at least want to give some predictions. We are not fortune tellers. We are not telling the future, but based on what's happened, based on what Trump has done in the past, we want to give some ideas, some suggestions, things to help you guys be aware of, be cautious, do research with. And so what are some kind of predictions or suggestions for our friends with which way visa interviews are going to be going this next year?
Yeah, this is a really interesting question, Rob, because one of Trump's executive orders was to revisit 9FAM, saying that it needs to be revised. The whole thing could even potentially be replaced. And 9FAM are the regulations. It's a set of regulations that consular officers refer to in determining what qualifications need to be met for any given class of visa. So that means all the rules about how to qualify for a visa could potentially change. The other thing that's kind of worrisome about that is we don't know if the changes or the replacement will be public information the way 9FAM is now. I mean, it's used by immigration attorneys and consultants like myself to help make sure that all of our clients are meeting the qualifications for their visa. So just very generally know that dramatic changes could be coming. It's anybody's guess as to what those would be. I think the other change to look for is the politicization of the visa process. Right after Trump took office, he got into a conflict with the president of Colombia, and as a result, visa operations were frozen for days, and that resulted in backlogs, even for people who didn't have appointments on those exact days. So I think there are some bumpy roads ahead for us. Another change that I saw just this morning is that a memo has come out about transgender applicants coming to the embassy and applying for a visa. If there's any suspicion that their gender doesn't match the sex of the birth certificate at the time they were born. So it's not just that your gender has to match your birth certificate, it has to match the birth certificate from the time that you were born. That could put you into administrative processing, delaying travel, and potentially keeping you from travel to the U.S. if your purpose of travel has anything to do with your gender. So these are the things that we see coming down the line to watch out for. Some of it we know already is going to happen. Some of it is unpredictable still. And so generally what we're telling people who are interested in traveling to the U.S. anytime soon is apply for your visas now. Apply for them before it gets worse. So don't delay if you think you're going to be traveling to the U.S. anytime soon, because it's not going to get better. It's only going to get harder. Unless you have $5 million, maybe.
And I think along with what we mentioned earlier, there's Doge, Elon Musk and his team who are really cracking down, laying people off. A lot of people have resigned, trying to cut waste. This is going to trickle down to all aspects of government. And so potentially there's going to be less consular office staff, less visa officers, which means, and potentially more people having to do interviews. So supply and demand, it's going to take longer, might even have shorter visa interviews. And so things like this, we're going to have downstream effects. Yeah,
you're so right about that, Rob, because administrative processing now takes a long time. Once government agencies are whittled down, administrative processing already being kind of at the bottom of their list of priorities, getting those cases cleared out, it's only gonna take longer.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that, friends. And again, those are just kind of guesses, predictions, but for you guys who are watching, hopefully you've got a tasty cup of chai, some coffee. But we want to know, what is your immigration and visa concerns? The reason we're doing these live sessions is to help you. Again, we're going to be doing some live Q&A in a little bit, but if you've got a great question, drop it in now or save it for the Q&A. People who are watching the recording later, again, ask your questions in the comments, help each other out, and we want to be that support for you guys. So I know there's concerns, there's questions, and the purpose of this session is to bring clarity.
Did you know the approval rates for U.S. visas has gotten worse the past few years, and a previous rejection is really hard to overcome? Don't worry, because our friends at Argo Visa can help you ace your upcoming visa interview. Argo Visa Coaching pairs you with visa consular officers who have conducted tens of thousands of visa interviews abroad all over the world. They can guide you on how to overcome your obstacles and craft your story exactly how the visa officer needs to hear it so you can get granted approval in your visa interview. And if you've been rejected before, they can help you understand why and then help you craft a new and better strategy to be better prepared for your next attempt. Their Visa Checkup tool is an amazing free resource that you can use that helps you gauge how a visa officer is likely to respond to your current situation. Quickly answer a dozen questions and see what your score will be. If you want visa interview success, Argo Visa is the team that can help you find it. Check them out with the links above and below. Good luck, my friends. Don't forget to check out Argo Visa for all of your visa interview needs. Whether you're preparing for the first time or overcoming a rejection, get the guidance and confidence you need with Argo Visa.